5376 in each rack, total eggs. So 129,024 eggs are in this machine. So it takes 2 machines for me to process for 118,000 in one day. Everything's environmental control. Temperatures, I use hot water to maintain temperature. It's a quick recovery. I have cold water to keep them also cool. The fans are circulating, so it's creating an air movement, pushing it all the way through and pushing the air through my eggs. So everybody's equally. So when I hatch chickens, I have an equal. All of them are ready at one time. To maintain that. Everything I have is environmental control for chickens. It's not a human. Air pressures. When I open doors, I don't want air coming in, so I want air going out. Because I don't want to bring contaminants in. Again, important that we control environmentals. Once everything's out, we wash. Everything here, as soon as you finish one process, you clean. If we have any cracked eggs, broken eggs, or contaminated eggs, get it out of here so we can keep our contaminants down.
How do you determine that it's a contaminated egg?
It will bubble up. Because all the pores are closed, so it bubbles up. Because it ferments. So here's where the baby chickens hatch. So it's going to be, they're breaking the shell, they'll have they'll pip all the way around, take that shell top off, and then they'll have shells everywhere. They have a little dandruff, a dust, we call it chick dust, and that's very hardly, it's either stays in the machine or goes to the back of the machine with the blender. And here I have 8 racks. So the same rack, I have 8 of them here. We have 48 in 6 machines. 43,008 eggs in each machine. So. And here again, now, and I control them, the temperatures. I start the eggs at 100.3 and then start bringing them down on different, we call it profiles. So we'll bring it down. Once I hit here, I'm probably going to be about 98. So we'll start warm and then start bringing the program down. And by the time I'm pulling these chickens, they'll probably be at 97.
So how many days are they in here?
About 3 days. Yeah. 18 days, and then we'll bring them in here. If not, I'll have them hatching over there, and that's a big mess. So we don't want that. Reaction of the chicken. If that chicken is moving and gasping for air, it's going to tell me. And everything's controlled through my phone. Everything's controlled. You know, we are air off of phones. Everybody has a phone out here. So and it's just the way to communicate and for me to have better control. I can be at home and control things. One person, all he has to do is push the thing right here. Boom. This is going to have chickens. So it'll get pushed over here, and that arm right there is going to grab 2 trays at a time with chickens. Bring them across to this machine. Lay the tray flat, and then everybody can see here, and I can explain a little bit. It'll lay the tray flat, that'll come in here, and it'll flip the tray. And then there's an apparatus back here underneath here that shakes. It'll run the chickens through the little hole, and the shells will go to the back end to get destroyed. The chickens come around my conveyor, come all the way around, are passed through my conveyors. All chickens are going that way. All the shells stay here. All my dust is being collected here. I'm going to do some things differently here. I'm going to change this thing to a solid. Probably put a hose line to the lines of the waste. It'll suck all the dust. I'm trying to avoid having so much dust in here. Because you guys will see dust, there's a lot of chick dust everywhere. Yeah. So I'll control that environment. Chickens get close and then take it into the production room. That's separating the males and females. There's a person that's sitting here. We learned to do it genetically. We don't do it through the vent. Now we do it through the feather. The chicken has 2 rows, a primary and a secondary row of feathers. If it looks like that, it's a female. Male, male. So you got to be careful you don't grab it backwards. Because this is what it looks like. So you have to be trained and be able to grab. All you do is grab in the wing. You put in the males or the females, and so on. These people do about 3,500 birds per hour. So separated. Wow. So because to show you they're moving. In the process of 118,000, it should take 10 hours to do it. 9 to 10 hours. I want it 9, closer to the 9 than the 10. So we should be able to do it. Over here, the girls will be, the females will come up here, come to the conveyors. And these things right here, it's called Novatech equipment. These are engineered to take care of the birds. They do beam treatment. This is more humane than we did before. We used to have a blade when you cut the beaks. That is gone away, it's starting to go away. This is more humane. What it does is it uses light and it kills the cells. Because if we don't do this to the chickens are, it's a weapon. You gotta remember, chickens are raptors. Yeah. So we go back to dinosaur, it's a raptor. So it's gonna try to fight and feed itself. So we gotta control that. And when you have it in an environment, you got so many birds, you have to control it. So once the big egg goes round, and they forget to use it.
We don't use it for that.
They'll use it just to eat.
Does the machine do anything other than the
Yes.
eating process?
It goes to here, and it goes through a vaccination. So now you gotta, whatever the challenges is for the person in the field, wherever the growers' challenges are, that's what we try to vaccinate for. So it vaccinates, and then it has another option over there that counts the chickens. So I have 2 boxes, so it gives me the amount. If the customer wants 89 birds per box, I'll do that. From the farms with AI being such a problem nowadays, they don't come in here into the building until they go through a washer first, come around, get blown, dried out. They get padded and stacked right away. There would be a person working on the other side of the wall that would wash nothing but boxes, wash the trailers, maintain the waste thing. So they'll never come into the hatchery. That's been needed because with this era of AI, avian influenza in the United States, it's hurt the market, and so we learned to do things a little different. So we keep, developing things as we go to.